Well, that's not something you see every day. Good afternoon. It's a little late. We had Little League games from 8 a.m. First game started at 8 a.m. till we just got back a little after 12. So heading over to get in the floater. There was a chance of rain. Looks like it's going. So I'm going to try to spread as much as I can today or before it rains, or as long as I can, or we're going to spread fertilizer. Long story short. Now Dad, he is spraying, BJ's stripping, so making progress. Hop in the oxbow. Dad's gonna bring me some fertilizer. We got a little bit of a drive. I'm gonna go about 5 miles up the road, and so I only have to make that trip once. Dad is going to bring the tender truck. I'm gonna load up with mez, and then he's gonna bring me potash and the rest of the mez to finish down there. Look, there's a fast track. So AP is putting in a transition or whatever the main power line is through here, and they put this bridge over the bridge that used to be here. The only problem is this bridge is like, it was 16 feet wide and they widened it out to 18 feet. The combine is 17.8. So this should be interesting. Now we do not have a variable rate file for this field. We are just straight rating. To do that, it's a little bit easier. So there's what we're putting on. Actually, no, that's the wrong product. All right, now we're ready. There is a turkey over there. Oh, there he goes. Huh. I don't even know if it's turkey season yet in Ohio. This is the 17th. I don't think it is yet. Might be the youth hunt this weekend. Well, this is awesome. I guess this is part of the right-of-way now. It used to be our field edge. Interesting. Maybe it'll grow a baby bulldozer. It's about to get some fertilizer around it. None of it hit it. All just went right around it. I'm good. This field is 35 acres. We used to farm it this way, and they used to have a split in it. And then one day we were like, well, this is dumb. Why don't we just make this one field? There's 80 acres over here total, or 75 or something like that. Basically, our splits came out the exact same between corn and beans. But anyways, this field is extremely rough from decades of farming it this way. But it's much more efficient to farm it the way we're doing it now. We're all about making fields bigger when we can, because it just makes them more efficient. Whenever you're in a field, one of the most inefficient times when you're harvesting, planting, anything, is doing your end rows, going to a new field, starting it. If you have 20 acres in one field, or if you have 20 acres in 5 fields, it's a completely different day. Those 20 acres in 5 fields, that's going to take you a while. And that's one of the reasons why I like a wider planter. I know, like, when we put the high-speed kit on our 60-foot planter, people said, why didn't you go with a 40-foot planter? Yeah, that 40-foot planter, even running 10 miles an hour, is not going to do what our 60-foot planter running 5 miles an hour is going to do in those tight little fields. Assuming we can get in those fields with the 60-footer. All right, we're all done with the mez. Now we got to go back and get potash, and then we'll be right back over here. Dad was going to bring us some potash, but he got busy, so we'll just have to tend ourselves. Well, this is less than ideal. That's probably not good. That fert is wet. All right, guys, this is several hours later. I'm just coming over here. I'm going to spread this fertilizer off. It got wet. I want to do that before it hardens up and stays in there. That's not ideal to get your fertilizer as wet as this got, so hopefully this will work. Definitely a little less than ideal. So it does appear like fertilizer's going through it, so that's good. This field just happens to be right beside fertilizer shed, pretty close to it. It's very rough. This is what we call the log yard. This used to be a log yard, so It's got lots of old gravel roads that we've dug out, so the field does this all across it. Figured it would shake that fertilizer loose. Pretty stoked that fertilizer's running out of there okay. That was not going to be fun. Oh, that was not going to be fun trying to shuffle that out or chip it out or whatever if it would have hardened up. Yeah, this should be alright. You can see according to our variable rate map there's not much over there, so we're just not going to go over there. There is more rain coming, so once we get this thing empty we are done. That, and I have Mrs. Brown's food in my truck, so she's probably wondering where I'm at because I just told her I was going to get our food. Got some takeout tonight. Didn't tell her I was going to spread half a load of fertilizer. She's used to it by now. We've been married almost 10 years. What's your ETA? 10 minutes. Something like that. I'm a farmer. 10 minutes is a relative term. We're finished. Now Mrs. Brown can get her dinner. Now if we don't get much more rain, we'll be back to spreading tomorrow. I was kind of hoping to take Sunday off, but since today kind of got cut short due to the weather and the ball games, so you gotta do what you gotta do. 'Tis the season. Well, Kayla says she's still waiting. Morning! So then look, this will be our last day spreading fertilizer. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Got a few hundred acres to cover. Some of them twice, but I think we can do it. We've got enough fertilizer, we've got enough daylight, and there's no chance of rain, so let's see what we can make happen. So this is the field that we were at yesterday. I was going to come back and put the mez on it yesterday. I was going to come back and do the potash right afterwards, but we got rained out, so now we're back. So just like yesterday, this field is a straight rate. We're not variable rating. We are putting on 280 pounds an acre of potash.
Hey everybody, get this camera, Brian, give me a camera here. See how I get it opened up. Okay, got it opened up here. Everybody doing okay, I hope. Been a while since I had a camera, so we're going to do some burn down today. Got started yesterday late, rained a little bit, so it's like clouded up today. I don't think it's supposed to rain, so maybe Sunday, 18th, so we're going to get some more burn down on this corn so we can get started planting someday. Okay, we got unfolded this field that we strip tilled, BJ did. It is wheat stubble last year, double crop beans. Starting to green up a little bit. See the strips there. We're going to straddle 4 rows. When you do that, this big tires, when I'm running on the rows, right at the edge of these big tires, see there, see how I'm running on the rows. What we're going to do is widen this thing out. It'll widen out and straddle 5 rows or almost 6 rows with small tires. So we're going to hit this button, and if you can see it going out right there, we're going where we can straddle 5 rows and see where we're at there. For the ends, when I get the ends done, get started, we'll go at an angle across the field. Don't worry about the rows. Okay, we'll see what we're looking like here. Back up, see if we're running on them or what. Okay, running on a little bit. I wasn't quite percentage there. I think that's about as good as it's going to get.
All right, first field of the day done. So unfortunately on this farm, we're having more power line work done. I mean, this is the same line that we were just beside, but it goes to this farm as well. We own this farm, so at least we got some money for the crop damages here. But yeah, it goes right through 2 fields, kind of Makes us a pain in the butt. Hopefully they're out of here before planting, but it's not looking good. If you ever deal with the power company, make sure you have everything in writing, because they will lie to you. I'm not talking about like the linemen. A lot of my friends are linemen. I'm talking about the guys high up in the power company. For example, this pole is like 58 feet from the property line, and our planter is 60 feet. That's not where it was when we, it's not where it originally was, but that's where it ended up being. Guess what that means? It means we cannot farm that strip now with corn. Bean planter will fit through there, but there's going to be a blank spot right there now when we plant corn here. That's the kind of crap I'm talking about. If you deal with the power company, make sure you know where the poles are. Make sure they stake it out and say this is where it's going to be. All sorts of crap like that. Now I know we have to have power, and I'm not saying I don't want them to come through us or that I'm completely against it, but you still, like, this is our farm. Like, we need to know those kind of things. Like, that directly affects our farming operation. It's like Dad forgot to clean up his mess when he was playing. He cleaned out all these ditches with these saplings growing through them whenever we were over here field tiling. The field tiling project is just right over there. Yeah, we'll have to get rid of those before we plant, obviously. But this will be one of the last fields we plant. This is always one of the last farms. It's always really wet, and normally it doesn't dry out till end of May. Although right now it's in pretty good shape. But all of this ground will eventually be tiled with that tile plow we got. This part of the farm was not tiled this year due to this power line. Otherwise we probably would have started here. But we didn't.
Okay, we just breaking through here, going at an angle, so don't worry about these rows. We'll use auto steer. We got the line here marked. So rolling pretty good here.
While we're here at the fertilizer barn, we're gonna go find some lunch. Because when we get back in here, we'll be in here for a couple more hours. Be my guess anyways. It's like Dad's still sending it. He can really eat up the acres with that thing. 120-foot pass running like 14 miles an hour. Oh yeah. He could basically do all the burn down in like a day to 2 days if he really wanted to. Or if he could just spray and not have to work on anything else. There's the tile plow field. Probably going to hit that with the Turbo Max several times before we plant it. It's just been sitting here settling a little bit by little bit. The longer we can wait, the better shape it will be, but we'll still have to go over it with something. This whole time I've been looking at this gauge thinking that was my fuel, and that we had 36%, when in fact we're almost out. Gotta feed the beast! Oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so we are loaded up with mez now. We're going back to the same fields and see if we can't get some more of them done. Making pretty good time. It is 5:45 though.
Gonna get the Londonderry out here, 8400. I gotta do some mowing around some fence rows. A couple fence rows that need to go, and out here where I cleaned up the bush hog, or with the took out the fence, I think mow there so I can get it smoothed off a little bit. That old big mower will smooth it off a little bit. And maybe back mow it, keep mowing with the finish mower. See if we can get the old John started. Oh yeah, starts up every time. This is the old pasture field. Made hay off of it last year. Different guy that's what's been doing it. Didn't get it all made. Didn't get it all mowed. Raked some of it. Didn't get it all baled. So I'm gonna try to get it mowed off for these daggone brawlers coming back. I don't want that to happen. So get it mowed, and I can mow it this summer, or maybe somebody else makes hay off it or somebody. It comes back and grows pretty good. Ain't too bad of hay, but it's better than nothing. But it needs mowed, so I'm gonna get it mowed.
Alright, we're finally done here. Things got a little wild and western. Nah, not really. The sun's burning the back of my neck to this big window. But anyways, we've still got a little bit of mez. We're going to go spread this out and we'll see what time it is. Alright, we're pretty well empty. We don't have enough fertilizer to get down to the other end and back, so we're just going to call that good enough. On a side note, I managed to somehow walk a little over 10 miles doing this. Huh. You guys just didn't see it. I was like running beside the floater. I didn't engage the auto steer and take off running. Might be a cold ride home. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you join us in the next one. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and we'll see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow.